To be a great mathematician, to be a great scientist, you better be creative. Otherwise you are just merely following in the past footsteps. A lot of the great discoveries that are made is by people who have gone beyond the set subscribed texts and so forth and have gone searching beyond that, and they're the ones who make these phenomenal breakthroughs either in maths field or in the science field. So that, because those skills, hopefully they're taught within the subject areas, but if they're not, then I don't think you'll have the same kind of groundbreaking research that is taking place by people who are creative and saying, hey, what are we trying to think? Wow, I wouldn't even thought of that. That's why the creative is important to enhance the academic sphere like occurs within your subjects. Strongly believe that people should be undertaking courses with the arts and creative, simply because I think it's one of the few areas where there's self-expression. And the child, and anyone, forget just a child, any person sees a bit of themselves in that, whereas the purely academic, we all are kind of confined to having a particular outcome, and if you don't get that outcome, then you're wrong. Whereas the creative kind of say, the outcome is yours. You work with these parameters, so there's not complete freedom, certain some structures, but at least you see it and they say, that is my drawing, rather than, that is Mr. Koskinas' essay.
Skills that we learn in theatre, particularly, are not just about theatre. In fact, very little of it is about theatre when you get right down to it. They are about critical thinking skills, collaboration and team building skills, handling problems and solving problems and confronting challenges, taking risks, imagination, creativity, all the things that will be very, very important for you as you go on in life.
I mean, I think UWC, more than pretty much most schools I've been to, really cultivates the arts more than anywhere else. I mean, schools, especially schools in the U.S., they highlight on sports, you know, most if it's physical activities, it's academics, but really theater, music, art is really kind of just pushed to the side. So I think it's definitely a special place. While we think it might be marginalized, it really is not. It's special.
I guess because of our size, there are so many productions, there's so many art shows that take place, and there's so many and productions, I mean dramatic productions as well as musical productions taking place. So in essence, everywhere you go you see that. And so I think just because, and I think we've got to be careful about just having it as a subject area, because it occurs beyond the academics as well. I think there's a duality of enrichment taking place there, whereas I don't think you would get, if there was a maths competition, people going to the ABT watching a maths competition. That would be, pardon the expression, not as exciting as in a dramatic, but you have people who are undertaking drama, and then what you'll notice is when the dramatic productions are taken, or music productions or art shows, a lot of students go to them, and we're talking about students who haven't picked the arts as such.
I think UWC does a very good job in incorporating the arts in the curriculum and kind of the environment of UWC, which is a really good thing, and it has a really good program for all of the arts. And it stresses the importance of the arts, which is a good thing.
That's what's special about this school. You know, you have those productions and the number of productions that are on. I have never been to a school that has that many productions.
Yeah, I would just like to say that I think after going to school in China, going to school in the U.S., the arts are valued here at UWC more than any school I've been to. I think while we think they're not, people look at them the same way they look at sports or academics, they really aren't. If you look at a school like SAS, where, I mean, theater, it exists, but it's much smaller than the sports, and that's because people don't look at it the same way. But here, they really do value it more than we think.
We have a lot of problem here in that people are advised often not to take theatre because they're referred to as soft subjects, which is something we obviously find quite insulting in actual fact, and is what is totally untrue. And I was somewhat appalled to find someone talking to me who is in charge of an important part of the curriculum here, talking in those terms that, you know, of course someone who wants to go on to an important university will maybe not take subjects like theatre or film or those sorts of subjects, because they might be wanting to take more subjects like bio or maths or business and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of job security, I mean, I guess maybe taking economics or, you know, really a strong focus in English, I guess maybe that gives more job security because there's more jobs out there. I mean, the arts is really based on skill and frankly a lot on luck. to do well in the arts, you have to have a lot of luck. I mean, there are great musicians out there who are never recognized just because they were at the right place at the right time, like some others were. So, job security-wise, absolutely, but the arts put you at a disadvantage.
The other teachers who are involved with putting on those performances, they do it because they love it, and you can see that, and that's very admirable. You see that people are doing things that they have a passion for, and that's why. And they're the people who will be successful in life. Those who are doing things that they have a passion for, not that doing the subjects because they feel they have to, or their parents are saying you must do this. They may be successful, but they may not be as happy in their success as others.
A lot of the time, you'll hear biology and chemistry students complaining about how much work they have. Art is very time-consuming, but just because I don't complain about it because I enjoy it doesn't mean that it's not hard work,
On a cheap day, what we gonna do on a cheap day? You tell me 'cause I don't have no money.
My dad actually wanted me to take music and wanted me to take art and theater and stuff, which is kind of opposite what normal parents are like. So yeah, I think it was just me. I have many different passions. Art is just one of them.
And a lot of parents, I'm not going to lie, a lot of parents have looked at me with disbelief that I allowed my daughter to kind of undertake this course of action because they feel that it's going to limit her in the future, and I think they're so sadly mistaken.
In academic terms, it was more important to me to do something that I liked just because it's my time that I'm going to spend on it.